We're never playing that fucking game. Oh my God. Fuck.
I was trying to bring some structure to the podcast.
Sick, twisted, fucking. Anyway, welcome to Trashy Imports.
Last Friday of 2025.
Yeah, the last Friday of 2025. Oh, hey, let me drop in real quick and be like, Lauren Lotus is coming to Mons Venus.
That
this
was on my
Saturday.
list.
Yeah, there you go. I've got a list too. Do you want to read off your list?
You go first.
All right, I like your
Because I'm
hair.
looking for my lip gloss. Thank you.
First on my list, Lauren Lotus is coming to Mons Venus. Woo! One night only. You're going to be there too. Why did you
I
change your
shall.
first flight? You only needed to change your second flight.
I
Your
did.
flight home. Your first flight now lands at 5 o'clock in the evening, which is like
Oh,
about the worst time to arrive in Tampa.
I didn't do that.
Well, good job, Larry.
But also, thank you, Larry, who, despite me causing issues with the stepmom, still managed to pull through. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
This is for Lauren Lotus. Because I
5
told him I
o'clock.
wanted to go see my friends. I wanted to go see my ladies.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. I got to put a bunch of balloons up. We're going to tear that Christmas tree down because Christmas is over. And we're going to put up a bunch of like, you know, anniversary type things. All right. So I've got my list.
Okay.
Things to talk about. Having shady friends is cool until they bring their shadier friends. Have you ever been in that situation? Like, it's fun to have a shady ass friend. And then they turn up with someone that you're like, I don't want this motherfucker in my house.
Or like, am I about to get robbed?
That's exactly what I'm fucking talking about. No. Okay. So I've had shady friends, but they're the level of shady that you're comfortable with, right? They can get you things that other people can't get you. They can help you out when you're having shitty boyfriend problems, like all that type of stuff. And they're fine to have at your house until all of a sudden, mid like hanging at your house, they get a text and be like, is it cool if my fucking friend comes and drops whatever off to my place, to your place? And you're like, yeah, cool. And then you answer the door and some person that you would way rather prefer didn't know you existed is standing there and now they know where you live. That's what I'm talking about. Having shady friends is cool until they bring their shadier friends. Ever been in that situation?
That is, I have. And I'm going to set a little timer so I don't go off track here with my conversation, but I'm giving myself 3 minutes to discuss this with you.
Okay.
The new year is bringing in some fucking structure.
That's what we're going to talk about next is boundaries. Right.
So, and I have that on my list too. Yeah, I've been in so many shady situations because of shady friends that I've had or made, or maybe I trusted one-on-one and was naive to their intentions. I don't know how I'm still alive. Like I've been in some.
See, I'm good at picking shady friends, right? But those shady friends, it gets like there's a degrees of shady. And I know what level of shady I am comfortable with, right? I know that to someone who goes to church every Sunday and works a 9-to-5 job and has never like had a life like mine, that I'm shady and they would not be comfortable with it. But I am not comfortable with the type of shady that some of my friends who are shadier than me are comfortable with, right? So you've got to stay within your level of shady.
Yes. But even as because a lot of those experiences I had when I was a lot younger, but even now, I just tend to trust people a lot more than I probably should. And I, I've noticed that a lot of people I've made friends with from the clubs in this area specifically, most of the weird friends they have or off friends that they have, they just feel so methed out to me that I
Mhm.
don't know if maybe it's like, are you like shady like there is
Mhm.
a feeling behind it, and then you notice there's a little bit of intention and like, hey, you live this great lifestyle because you're online in a
Mhm.
certain manner, you have a certain presence online that they
Yeah.
suddenly want to.
Yeah. You got the shady friends that are like, "This is a nice place to come hang." And then they've got shadier friends that'd be like, "This is a nice place that we can come back to when nobody's on."
Yes, that.
Yeah. You gotta pick your shady friends. You gotta be careful. You gotta be real careful. I remember when I was younger, I used to have a bunch of shady friends and I was totally comfortable with them. Didn't bother me like what was going on because I felt that I could trust them to a certain degree. But it's not until they have their shady friends over who are then turning to my shady friend's girlfriend going, "So does she live by herself normally?" Like, that's the type of shady that I'm not comfortable with, right?
Yeah.
Like, shady comes in levels.
Or like their friend wants to borrow your phone to call for a ride, and then it's like there's some it's with some go between. There's some
Yeah.
weird connection there, and it's usually at
And
the
then all
club
of a
late
sudden
at
you're getting
night.
weird fucking texts from people that you don't know. And someone calls you and is like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Who the fuck is this?" And they're like, "You know who this is." I'm like, "I promise you I don't." Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm naive and I just let people do whatever. And you know what? If it gets them a fucking ride, it gets them a ride. I can block a number. But I usually feel like maybe they're doing some shit I did back in the day. Moving on.
Your hair looks really nice. I think
Thank
it was a
you.
really good move chopping it like that. It's a really good style. It's super cute.
She talked
Love it.
me off of a cliff, but I'm
Well,
happy she
you were
did
gonna do
because
right? You were gonna do the
I
pixie.
was gonna do like behind the ear, like really short, but all one length.
You know, I've cut my hair off at varying levels of like length, and I've shaved my head even before. And the shaved head looks good until and then you get sick of it, right? And you start to grow it out. And then to get your hair
Hmm.
to your ears, the haircut is
That's the
always
hardest shit.
fucking awful, right? The shank, it's like, ugh, it's so bad. But then once you get to your ears and you can have another cute little thing, and then to get it past the ears is ugly again. And then where you've got it here is perfect, just at beneath your
It's
ears. Now,
it's
this
fun.
this cut from here, I feel like from here to here is terrible. Hang on, I've got an echo.
So like there's just so much of it.
Mhm,
And I figured once, we looked at that,
mhm,
my cat's here, that I felt pretty good about just chopping off all the damage. Because
mhm,
now that I realize that it's the hard water, because
mhm.
we have old old pipes here, but the hard water and like we had a rust problem in the water and it was turning my hair, which you can actually see a little bit because we haven't
You know, you can
dyed it
get a
yet. But
shampoo from Sally's. You can get a
I
shampoo
have
from Sally's
that.
for the hot water. Mhm.
I have that, but and I also use the chelating crystals to remove it,
Oh, yeah.
and I do the whole thing, but it's still,
Mhm.
yeah. So I had to buy a new
I don't know.
filter for my shit, but I'm gonna have it bleached soon, so I'll be back to blonde and
I
have
love a
fun with it
blonde
again.
bob. I do. I love a blonde bob.
Me too.
It'd be great.
Where's your kitty cat?
Oh,
Before
I left him in the RV with Corey. I'm so fucking pissed at him, and he's not very big fan of me right now either. He tried to escape today because we're in the RV, right? And he can't go outside. He hasn't had all his shots. Like, I think I want him to be an inside cat anyway because he's gonna be devastating to the local bird ecosystem. He's such a little killer. So he's gonna stay inside and until he's like big enough to get all his shots and wear a bell around his neck.
yeah.
But, also, he's gotta be inside anyway because a mosquito bite's gonna really fuck him up because he's got no hair. Um, So all of that shit I've got to hold account. So he's basically going to be an inside cat. He tried to escape today, and I had 2 loads of laundry in a big laundry basket, and I've got it on my hip, and I open the RV door, and he's right fucking there. So he jumps out and he's on the first step, and I've got to drop this laundry basket down on, like, below my hip, and he goes to dive under the RV. So once he's under the RV, I'm essentially fucked. So I grabbed him with my free hands wherever I could grab him, which happened to be around his neck. So his
That's
neck
all he's got. His little scruff.
his neck was in my hand like this, and his head is in my hand. And I had to sort of yank him. He looked at me like I had never been looked at like that by him. He was so surprised and shocked because I'm the nice mom. Right. So when I grabbed him like that, he was like horrified. And then on top of that, it was bath day. So he got bath and lotion, and his ears got clean. And he's so pissed at me right now. He just looked
So
at me.
how often do you have to do that?
Bath him once a week.
Mhm.
Yeah, they get oily. He's a kitten. He's got pretty good skin. I've noticed that he gets little dry patches, which I give him lotion.
Mhm.
But I bath him once a week anyway because he's filthy. But and he's gonna be an inside cat, and I don't want him to be smelling like put my face all over him and everything. So I don't want, you know. But I've got proper Sphinx cat lotion and bath stuff. But you have to
He's
bath
so
them once a week, even if they
pretty.
don't need it, because you've got to get them used to it. Because Sphinx cats will eventually need bathing because they get oily. Yeah. So you
As we
just got to
speak,
tolerate it.
here comes this beautiful princess who's
Hi,
probably gonna
baby.
bite me on screen. She's
Oh, yeah.
angry. Actually, she did put the dog in her place, but she's only submitting right now because she's rarely getting attention right now because every time Jody is out of her crate,
Mhm.
but she has like swatted at her enough for Jody to be scared of her. But she's trying to get all of the animals to play, and
Mhm.
and your favorite is in here too.
Like my real favorite or my not favorite? Fuck you, you
He
little
can't hear you.
cunt. Hey, Willie. Willie.
What?
Willie. Willie. Yeah, you. Fuck you. Fucking bite my ass.
But he like this poor guy, so he just snarls at her, but his so all of his teeth will show, but his tongue will be hanging out, and he looks vicious, but he's also like,
He is vicious. He's a vicious little cunt of a dog. No,
I'm sorry. Ew, I had your hair in my
I
hand.
hope
Ugh.
Jody fucking throttled him. I hope she beats his ass.
She's
I hope Stevie fucking thumps him down the stairs every goddamn day. That video made me laugh my ass off when she yeeted him down the stairs.
I gotta post that because it's like he just bounced.
You should. You need
He's
to post it.
okay.
You need to post it so everyone understands that. Like what I'm talking about. But yeah, that
He's
little cunt.
resilient. Fuck him.
He is resilient. Little fucking ass. I don't even know how he got up to my ass. He had to have jumped so high, but I think that's why it hurt so bad. I was like, what the fuck was that?
He like, and he's gotten the Doberman in the mouth
Mhm.
pretty hard. Okay. We got sidetracked.
Next lot. Okay. Do you want to go next?
Oh, yeah, I'll go next. How about craziest thing you've seen in the club this year?
The craziest thing
I'm
I've seen in the
asking
club.
you this because I haven't been in very many clubs this year. So this is a you question. But I can give you my all-time craziest shit I've
thing
seen.
I've seen in the club this year.
How about let's go of all time ever?
I'm trying to think. There's so many fucking things. Like I don't even know what's crazy anymore. Like
I mean, mine I feel like would still be crazy now. And I feel like I've told it before, but it'd be my pleasure to tell you again.
okay, you go first.
It's very explicit. Okay, so when I lived in Fort Lauderdale, I danced there for a couple of years, and there was a club that was in, I think, Sunset or no, Lauderhill, that
Mhm.
was, Club Eden, and it was set up, it was a big wide floor setup,
Mhm.
and you had the VIP booths were actually big kind of boxes that were
Mhm.
set up a set of stairs, so you had a platform where you had the VIP setup that was fully, covered by, curtains, right?
Mhm.
So, let's say it's about the size of Big Al's, that room.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was really big. And so I was in a box on one side, and across the room where there was another of those boxes.
Uh-huh.
Mind you, this is like 2004, 2005,
Mhm.
and there's a lot like, I mean, it was when money was really good in the clubs.
Yeah. Pre-2008.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really good,
Mhm.
and there was a lot of cocaine. So, um, on my side, the guys were doing a bunch of coke, and they were just falling out, doing their thing. On the other side, I could hear I heard a glass break, and
Uh-huh.
then someone screaming, and then it smelled like after like someone a bunch of staff went over there for a while, and I just went back into my spot. I could just kind of look over across the room and see what was going on, but I just went back to minding my business. And then suddenly the smell just like takes over the whole fucking club, and it just smells like shit and like water kind of.
Mm. Mm.
So, some people got kicked out. Anyway, so what had actually gone down was that someone had asked one of the girls, they were all coked up, was like, "Can you put the champagne bottle in my ass and shake it?" And it
Why would you say yes? What did you think was gonna happen? Oh, champagne douche does not sound sanitary, like,
why did I hear
you say
glass
that.
breaking? Why was there an ambulance up front? Like,
Oh.
I was so messed up out of my mind. Like, I used to go in to work and order a mind eraser before I even got to the back. I
Mhm.
don't even remember what's in a mind eraser, but there you go. Like, there you have it.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, I
So
was
this
always off
goes
my
back
ass,
to
but
the joke that I posted about, like, ER nurses asking people not to put Christmas ornaments in their assholes because that's such a big thing. Like, I
but
know
they're
that some of them look like butt plugs, but they're made
but
out of
they're
really thin glass. Of course, they're gonna shatter as soon as you, like, just tighten your rectum a little bit. You get fucking splinters of little sharp bits of glass in your rectum. Oh my god! And okay, aside from that being horrifically painful and gonna fill you with instant regret, I hope some poor fucking ER nurse and doctor is gonna have to then pick bits of glass out of your asshole. So we talked about this earlier, and I like because I said like I had an ER doctor regular, right? And the first thing I asked, because I'm a normally curious human being, I was like, how often do you have to treat people who have stuck things in their assholes that shouldn't be up there? And he was like, so much more often than you would imagine. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like a normal person might be surprised, but I feel like it's a lot. He's like, it's a lot. He told me the worst one was an umbrella that this person
what
had managed to get. I'm serious. Who had
what
umbrella that
wait,
he
but it
had then
wasn't like one of those
a
compact
closed
ones?
a, mhm, a
That
closed
okay.
umbrella that he had inserted and then tried to open. But it was so far up there that when he pushed the button, it yeah,
It was.
it opened a little, but then he couldn't get it out.
Oh, it opened because it was too far. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not the flared base that they recommend, guys. That's
Yeah.
it? Like, give me more.
Huh? I'm not giving you
Tell me
more.
more.
Disgusting. We'll get canceled. Yeah. No, there's a lot. There's a lot of things that people will stick in an ass. He said a lot of shampoo bottles that accidentally get sat, like, you slip in the shower and it accidentally goes up your ass. That's very common apparently. Nothing
Alright,
accidentally ends up in your asshole. Nothing. Nothing accidentally ends up in an asshole. Nobody's buying it. Stop fucking sticking things up your butthole that are not supposed to go up there. There's so many things you can buy online now. It is not necessary. Yeah, Christmas ornament. Anyway, next. So we got a money delivery straight from the it usually comes from the bank, right? But the bank obviously didn't have ones, so they ordered it from the Bureau of the Printing, like the printing,
okay.
right? They came directly, brand new ones. We got a delivery of brand new ones, and I hate it. Have you ever like, I have to count those motherfuckers. Like, they go out, people buy singles, and then throw them at the entertainers, and then the entertainers pick them up, and then they give them back to me, and I have to put them in the money count, and I can't count them because they're so sticky
Yeah.
and new. And I have got, like, $20,000 in fucking singles that won't go through the money counter. Sticky new money, like, people get so excited when they're not in the industry. I feel like people not from the industry think that new singles, new money is like, "Oh, it's new, it's so exciting." No, like, you deal with it for 5 minutes and you're like, "Oh my god, give me some old crusty shit." This is so frustrating. It's so time consuming. I got a whole delivery. They were all new ones. I was so mad. I was so mad.
20,000 and new ones?
I was so angry. I was angry all fucking week long. We
But that
finally
also
got rid of
means
them.
they were spent.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, of course. That is one thing that you wanna, like, definitely be able to count on, that your ones are gonna get spent for sure. But when you're a strip club, you tend to get them back again. The girls
Mhm.
wanna change the money, so, yeah, it takes a minute to go through them all. Finally got rid of them.
What's next on your list?
What's next on the list? Uh, your mother is now my mother.
Okay. I could do that.
Okay? I want your mom.
She
She's
would take
adopting
you in.
me. Cool.
I think yeah, she'd be cool with that.
Awesome.
My mom
I
makes
need
me so proud. Like, she I mean,
It's
because
like
I think about it.
everybody that you work with has got, like, mommy issues and shit, and you're just like, "Can't relate."
Well, no, let me say it didn't start out this way. Because when I first started dancing, she cut me off. Like, my
Uh-huh,
ex went to her and was like, "She's stripping again, and she's definitely doing things you don't want her to be doing, and she's gonna be abandoning our son, and you need to talk to her." He was trying to get me to go back home,
mhm,
and she stopped talking to me, and I had to block her. She was, like, aggressively being a fucking bitch. She was
mhm,
so mean to me every time I spoke to her. Well, and then she had to come see for herself that I was doing everything right and that I was
mhm,
paying my bills and I was still in school and I was still a good mom and all
mhm.
that stuff. But it did get to a point where I had to block her for stuff for like 6 months. I didn't speak to her. She had no idea where. Could you imagine the panic? She had no fucking access to.
She gets upset if she can't find you in 30 minutes.
But she also has my
Starts texting
location.
your friends.
So I was like, you can't, so we had
Give your
a
mom my
strained
location.
relationship.
Give your mother my location.
She's just like so finally we did talk it out and but we butted heads for a while. So I am proud of her though because she was in a really shitty situation back home and um she came out of it like she retired from her position as a local national there on a military base and like a lieutenant colonel called her to thank her for her guidance and helping him take over her position. Like I'm really proud of her. She did a lot of really great things and so despite being shit on for so long
Mhm.
in, a bad marriage. So yeah, she'll adopt you. She'll probably want to come see you when she
Yeah,
comes
I
to
want
visit
I
next year.
want yeah, I want your mother to be my mother. I am a really my auntie is kinda like my mom, but she's really fucking far away, so yeah. Your mom is not my mom. Eh. Um,
Established.
that's my goal for 2026 is to be adopted by your mother. I want somebody to care about my fucking whereabouts as much as your mother cares about yours.
I still have her as my emergency contact because I swear I can call Chris sometimes and it's really pressing. He never
Mhm.
picks up the phone. I
Yeah,
don't like to talk on the phone much, so if I'm calling, there's usually a reason or it's urgent.
right.
And he doesn't pick up the
I know
fucking
you don't
phone,
like I know
so
you don't like talking on the phone, but I like talking on the phone. I hate going text, 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 text. I'm like, by the time like we've sent like 10 text messages back and forth, you know how fucking hard it is for me to not call you because I hate that shit. I would rather have a fucking phone conversation, but I know you don't want to have a phone conversation. So I'm just sitting here going, fuck, and sending text messages back and forth. I'm like,
if
I'm
you're
gonna go fucking call
driving
it. This is shit.
if you're driving, feel free to just call.
All right, well, I'll text you first because I fucking hate the text. 10 text messages and I'm so fucking ready to rage. This could have been a fucking phone call. No, I am the opposite of most people, I feel like. And I had this conversation, another one, we've had this conversation with Bailey, I had it with Lauren, and I had it with Skylar Calico the other day. She came to visit me, she brought me some outfits. Anyway, she was sitting there, we're having this conversation about like the difference in how because she's fucking killing it online, right? Her whole thing is online now. She's got a whole beautiful brand that she's worked
Mhm.
on very hard to get, but she's very successful with what she's done. And I feel like when she was stripping, like when I first met her and she was stripping with us, like she definitely had like potential to go somewhere, but I feel like
Mhm.
that wasn't her destiny, and she was not enjoying the situation. And when she moved down
Yeah.
here, I feel like she really did not enjoy it at all. It was
Yeah.
not a good situation for
Well,
her.
when I knew her in Louisiana, it was the same.
Right. So she's where she's at. And so she's not preaching to me by any means, but she's sitting there talking about how great it is, you know, to have this option and why it's better, why it's better to be online and how she has a better opportunity to maximize on her money making because
Mhm.
online is 24 hours. Whereas at the strip club, it's a shift. And I'm sitting
Yeah.
there listening to her going, that sounds like my legitimate fucking hell. Like to be reachable and contactable or fucking people messaging me 24 fucking hours a day wanting fucking shit from me. Like that
I
I
think
fucking cannot stand that.
she has a really and we'll bring her up and talk to her about it again soon, but I think she has a really good system set up. So
Oh,
she has
she
like
100% does. And I know what she's saying, where she's talking about how she has a better and she absolutely does. More opportunity, more people. She has a worldwide fucking like platform, right?
mhm,
Where she can reach people that want to buy her content. However, for my fucking brain, like for me, and I know a lot of strippers that I've talked to feel the same way about this as well. Like online is a special kind of hell because we don't know how to have the boundary. Like we go to work, we become Bambi, right?
mhm,
And we work our fucking guts out. We pour out our emotional fucking support and fucking energy and sexual energy and fucking all of our like psychological shit that goes into being a good stripper and it's not just about sales, it's about everything, right? And then you've got to be there emotionally or like,
yeah,
seductively or whatever it is that the dude's wanting. You're there to do that. That takes a lot of fucking energy. But at the end of the
yeah,
fucking day, you get to clock the fuck out and go home and take your makeup off and go to fucking bed. And then I don't have to deal with that person until I decide that I'm going to go back and clock in again.
mhm,
I don't know how to put a boundary on myself if I'm working from home in that context. Like for me, online work is I don't know when to be like, and I know that you can, I know that other people can do it, but I'm in bed and I've got my phone, I'm gonna look at the shit. And then I've got fucking 10 messages from some fucking dude wanting pictures of me or wanting to know when when the custom fucking video is coming through, or can you do this for me? Hey, how you, even a message on OnlyFans from someone that says, hey, how you doing? Sends me into a fucking rage. So I can't do it because when I walk into the strip club, I'm ready. I've got my fucking war paint on and I'm ready to go. And I'm actually legitimately ready to meet somebody and happy to be there for them as long as we're there in that club. And then when we leave, then that's it until the next time. I know how to deal with that boundary. I don't know how to work the online thing.
I think that there's a lot of things like I'm not comfortable talking to people online.
Mhm,
So a lot of stuff that I'm selling is just merch.
mhm.
And just that in and of itself is enough for me to be like, okay, cool. And my interaction with people is mostly merch and like I'm not really I'm redoing all of my shows.
Mhm,
I'm
mhm,
not rushing to do anything right now as featuring. So I'm not really putting that out there as much, but the
mhm.
more I do give attention to like the website and things like that, the more I don't have to talk to people.
Yeah.
But
No,
I know that if I was that person that could sit there and communicate with people one on one like that, that I would make a lot more money. But
yeah,
I really like the creative side of what we do as far as
yeah,
I love photo shoots. I love the creative shit. And if I can make
yeah,
money
me
off of
too.
that, awesome. Otherwise, like,
Yeah. I don't like customs. I don't like talking to people. I can't. I would prefer to manage. I would rather talk to somebody and build like a rapport with them in person
mhm,
than go through the fucking rigmarole of the hey, how you doing? Oh, you're so beautiful. Like, can I get this bleh, bullshit of online texting? Because it's do you know what it used to bother me is being on Facebook. When Facebook first became a thing that I had to have, I was so pissed off. As penthouse pet, I was like, why do I have to have this? Like, I don't want to be on Facebook. I can remember this conversation and people getting pissed at me. They're like, do you want to add me on Facebook? I'm like, I don't want to add anybody on Facebook. I have real
yeah.
friends. But it became a fucking tool that I needed to have as a traveling feature. It became impossible to not have Facebook or Instagram. And then I fucking knew it wasn't going to work out. From there, you then have to advertise. And before Facebook changed it, all of those people that you allowed could fucking send you messages. So you would get all these fucking people being like, "Hey, how you doing? What's up, babe? Oh my god, you're so
When I
sexy." Ugh,
when I
you have to
first
sit through that.
started, I
Yeah.
remember being in Louisiana and I just made my stripper page. I
Mhm,
had just started dancing and I was getting people calling while I was like on the toilet and I would just
mhm,
hit my phone's I would literally just open it, swipe to
mhm,
open it, and there'd be a dick. And I was getting so mad. I was contacting people's fucking parents and
mhm.
like their places of work, their significant others. I was getting real mad. But then you reached out to me and you were like, you can do this with just a page. So
Yeah.
I like
Right. Before
but I
that,
will
yeah. When
there
you had a
there
profile and it was connected to your messenger and you couldn't disconnect it, that shit was so annoying. And it was they expected you, clubs expected you to have a page, you had to advertise like a profile. But then when you could change it to a business page, then you could opt to get rid of the messenger,
mhm.
which was oh my god, it was so good. But now my OnlyFans, I deleted it because it was just like people in my message box annoying me. And I don't know how to generate like well, I do know how to do it, but I'm not prepared to do it. I don't want to turn that into money. I don't want to sift through 25
Well,
messages to get to the 3 that might be money. Do you know what I
I
mean?
was
I
gonna
would rather
ask
go up to people in a club.
if you had the option of them having to pay every time they reached out to you, would you like that?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I might just be I have been considering this. I was talking to this with the boys about this. Are you like talking about like being an online like dom instead? Like, you can pay me to hurt your feelings. That's probably about the only thing that I can do. Do you know what's so funny though, is that I have never been that stripper. I have always been the stripper that maintained regulars and is kind and is there for people who have gone through, like, health crises or
Mhm.
someone whose, like, wife has left them or, like, in women, like, they're going through something and they need that support. I have been that sex worker who can be emotionally comforting, right?
Mhm.
I have done that my whole career,
Yeah.
and I'm friendly, and I am a nice person to meet in person. I am not that person online. So, for me to try and continue my brand online, it's devastating to me, like, and it's not working out, and it's not being profitable. So, if I'm gonna be online, I have to change my brand to something different because I am not the person online that I am in person. Like, in person, I'm so sweet. I am so nice,
It's me,
and
Jessica.
yeah. Like, I am so nice to people. I really am. Like, I'm tolerant, and I'm sweet, and I'm nice, but honestly, because I have that vibe, nobody's a dick to me in person. Like,
Yeah.
very few people are shitty to me. Like, every now and again, we get that really shitty person, but I don't have to deal with that. I'm in a club. Someone's gonna kick them out.
Mhm.
I When I'm online, everybody just about is demanding or a dick or just wasting my time, and it makes me very angry. So, in order for me, if I'm gonna continue to do anything online, I'm gonna have to rebrand and be that bitch that hurts their feeling.
Well, I was gonna
And I
say
know there's a market for that.
oh, for sure, and a lot of platforms do now offer that option to
Mhm.
charge whatever you want per message.
Yeah.
So that kinda sifts out a lot of
Mhm.
trouble.
Mhm.
But anyways, so moving on.
Yeah, that's my, like, 2026 goals, I think, is, like, I've deleted my OnlyFans. If I start again, I'm gonna be doing it from a completely different I'm just gonna be a mistress, like a cruel
And no one on here is gonna
mistress.
fucking know, and that's gonna be the best part.
I can't yeah, I'm gonna say I need to do it on, like, in order for me to stay this, like, nice person, like, kind of, like, the online thing. It's yeah, I'm a different person when people message me and I'm in my fucking mind. I just am not that person. I need a different perspective. I need to take a different angle.
Mhm.
Yeah. What you
Well,
got
for
next on the page on your list?
I'll say, I'll put my 2 cents in about the upcoming year and say that we'll have more, as far as the podcast is concerned,
Mhm,
we will have more structure to it,
mhm.
and we will have at least 6 months of sponsorship coming up.
Mm.
So that's exciting because we have to watch our mouth so much. So just being able to monetize without having to worry about YouTube standards while we do
Right.
redo everything is
Yeah.
going to be really helpful.
It sucks because I watch, like, other, brands of podcasts and stuff, and they can say, like, there's certain and it's usually women have to watch what the fuck they say. They can't say, like, certain words or whatever. You watch, like, other ones, and they're just literally talking about, like, anything that they like, it's wild,
Yeah.
and they're on YouTube, monetized. It's fucking wild.
But I do feel like this will be helpful also to get us
Mhm,
up there.
mhm,
Um, because a lot of the stuff we'll be getting help with the graphics and kind of um, putting things out there because we are, if you Google Trashy Imports, we're like the first that comes up.
mhm.
So we're
Well,
doing
we are the
things.
trashiest imports, to be fair.
Fuck trashy as shit. Speaking of trashy, and my shirt and shrooms.
Oh, I was like, is that a mushroom on her titties, or is it oh, I say we're going back. Let me remind you.
Wait, wait, wait. Can I have a pee break?
Go on. Well, yeah, let's take a break. Go. I'm gonna find this.
Turning off not my speaker. Turn off my
Okay.
mic.
Did you stop it? Did you pause it? No, you're still recording.